You are listening to the Winners Ways podcast with Bola Halabi, episode number 80.
Would you like to win and achieve success at what you do? Welcome to the Winners Ways podcast, where we create winners every day. And now, your host, the author of Winners Ways book and life coach, Bola Halabi.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of the Winners Ways podcast, where we talk about your career, your money, as well as life motivation to help you to live life to the fullest. Today, we'll be talking about how to manage uncertainties. Let's think about this. If there is any word that could be used to describe everything going on around the world right now, that word will be uncertainty. There is uncertainty about when the economy will open back up. There is uncertainty about when schools, churches, gyms, restaurants will be fully back in operation. There is uncertainty regarding when there will be vaccines for this deadly coronavirus. Hundreds of thousands of people are in the hospital, and no one is sure when they will fully recover. Millions have lost their jobs, and they are unsure about when they will be able to get another one. The November 3rd election here in America is creating its own uncertainty. There's virtually no one immune from this uncertainty created by COVID-19 pandemic. One thing I want you to know is that uncertainties create fear. Uncertainty causes stress and can affect our physical and mental wellness. Uncertainty creates confusion. Uncertainty can make us freeze, and it can keep us in an unending spiral where we are neither moving forward nor backward. And that's why today I want to help you to deal with that uncertainty. I want to provide ideas, tips that will help you to manage whatever uncertainty you may have found yourself today. Whether your job is not stable and you are not sure of if you'll be able to continue to get your paycheck, or whether you are home right now, you can't go out because of the virus. We need to learn how to manage uncertainties so that we can still continue to live our lives. So the first tip that I'm going to share is that you must build tolerance. When we think about tolerance, what do I mean? And I want you to think about it this way. When you set out to drive on the road, maybe you are going out in the morning, you know that there are uncertainties on the road. Maybe there are accidents on the road, you are not sure. You don't know how the other driver on the road will drive. You don't know the road condition. You don't know if it's gonna rain. But guess what? You still embark on your journey. That shows that you are building tolerance. You are not just saying because of this uncertainty on the road that you are not going to go out. You are still going to go out. That means you are ready to navigate through it. You know that there are risks on the road, but you are ready to deal with them as they come. That indicate that you are prepared to tolerate the risks on the road. And you are not just letting the uncertainties keep you at home. In the same way, you need to acknowledge the specific uncertainty that you are facing right now. And you should build tolerance so that you won't stress or worry too much about it. And the way to build tolerance is to acknowledge that, yes, the uncertainty exists, but I'm still going to get up and do something about it. I'm still going to live my life and do what I can do while this uncertainty persists. And that's the way to build tolerance. Building tolerance indicates that you are not letting the uncertainty keep you from acting. Building tolerance is about understanding that yes, the uncertainty exists, but I'm still going to live my life. And that's the same way I want you to act during this pandemic. Don't let it just keep you frozen. Don't let it just stop you from living your life. Don't let it affect your mood, your happiness. Build tolerance and live your life. So that's number one. Number two, focus on things you can control. Most of the time, we worry over things we cannot control. Worrying over things that we cannot control will only lead to more anxiety and stress. If you want to manage uncertainties, then you must identify those things you can control. I'll give you an example. You cannot control whether or not your employer will lay you off. But guess what? You can control your performance at work. You can make sure that you are productive. You can make sure that you are one of the top performers in the organization. Because at the end of the day, if an employer is going to make a decision about letting people go, they always start from the low performer. They are not going to kick out their top performer. So what can you do? Focus on those things you can control. Put in your best at work. You can also control your attitude. You can control the way you react to things. Maybe you've been let go from work. It's not the end of the world. You can control how you react to a job layoff by also thinking outside the box. What else can you do? How else can you make money? That will help to open up your mind so that you can see other opportunities around you. So number two is that don't focus on things you cannot control. Rather, seek to control those things that are within your control. And do your best to make sure that you do everything you can to still live your life. So don't let those things that you cannot control. For example, right now with this pandemic, the spread of the disease, you cannot control it. Some people are okay with wearing masks. Others don't want to wear masks. You cannot control those people. You can control yourself by placing the mask on. You can control yourself by making sure that you follow the proper social distancing guidelines. All those things. Do what you can to control what you can. And that's number two. Focus on things you can control. Number three, explore alternatives. When we deal with uncertainties, it is counterproductive to become preoccupied with a problem. Instead, it is always better to work on solutions. So what uncertainty are you facing today? Have you stopped to ask yourself, what are the other options that you can explore? You should brainstorm and come up with alternatives that can provide you with more guarantee. If, for example, your company where you work has been struggling to stay in business for a while. Don't just restrict yourself with that company. You know they are struggling. You should start thinking about alternative. Where else can you go that will provide more guarantee, that will be more stable? It is by giving yourself the chance to explore alternatives that you'll be able to find different possibilities and opportunities that you won't otherwise have found. So make sure that you explore alternatives. Don't restrict yourself in any way. Finally, I want you to stay positive. The negative emotions around us today can paralyze us and prevent us from seeing brighter and better days ahead. This season has been tough and challenging for so many people worldwide. But the truth is that the challenge is surmountable. Coronavirus will eventually be defeated. Normalcy will return to the world. But while waiting for that normalcy to come, I need you to start managing your emotion. I need you to learn how to manage uncertainties, because at the end of this uncertainty, there will be more winners created. Many people will even come out stronger, and I want you to be part of those people that will come out strong at the end of it all. So focusing our energy on positive things will help to shift our attention from negativities, and it's going to help us to reduce our stress level. And that's where I'm ending it today. If you have any uncertainties around you in your life today, if you follow these 3 tips, you'll be able to deal with it and live your life happy. Till next time again, this is Bola Halabi. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to rate and review this podcast, and also share this with someone that you care about. Keep winning, my friends. Keep winning.
This episode of Winner's Ways podcast has come to a close. We hope you enjoy and learn something from today's show. We want you to win and excel in all areas of your life, and we regularly explore and share information with our listeners to empower them to win. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more tips and strategies to help you find the success that you've always dreamt of. And don't forget to rate and review so that we can continue to bring you more podcast episodes to empower you. We will love to have you again next week. Now, keep winning.